Welcome to Truth Talk Live.
All right, let's talk.
The truth is, I can't hide it, I can't hold it no more.
A daily program powered by the Truth Network,
This is kind of a great thing, and I'll tell you why.
where pop culture, current events, and theology all come together.
Speak
Your mind.
And now, here's today's Truth Talk Live host.
Countdown to Christmas, 4 shopping days. just saying, here on Truth Talk Live today, the question is, what is your favorite Christmas carol, or Christmas hymn? We'll go with either of the above. Very fun. Our church, we went caroling every Wednesday night in December, and it is a beautiful thing. And we went to, some retirement homes, some, villages with retirees and those kind of things. And, you see somebody that's got Alzheimer's, right? And I think his name was Ted. And, they were all telling me, he doesn't know what's name, but he knew exactly when it came to the carols. And so as I could hear him, Silent Night. He was on it. Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem. He was right there. And then the shocker was, he goes, well, I'm going to play the piano. And he stood up, went over there, Nick. And next thing you know, he's on the piano. Like, for real. I mean, it's one of those things that Christmas music, it got into you when you were young, and it's still there. And so we would love to know, is it Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? It's okay. You can call and tell us. 866-348-7884. 866-348-7884. And so, earlier, Dr. Carson is with me here. This is actually his idea, and I'm very excited to see how he fleshes it all out, so to speak. But you had mentioned Santa's reindeer, which,
Yes.
And you said that there were 8.
But there's really 9, unless you go to the second Santa Claus. Then you go to 10 that could be pulling Santa's sleigh because of some reindeer named Chet. But that's weird.
No, well, this is the way I've always heard it. You see, you got Dasher.
Uh-huh.
Let's count down. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. There's 4. Comet, Comet, Donner, Blitzen. And then, that's 8.
That's 8.
But most people think Rudolph was certainly, had a nose so bright. That would make 9.
Yes.
But I know of a 10th one that's not named Chet. If you went with Chet, then there could be possibly 11.
Okay.
You're not familiar with this? I know Nick is.
Nick knows.
Nick, what is the name of the 10th or 11th reindeer based on hosting Kingdom Pursuits or being my producer for years? I'll bet you know the name of this reindeer. Come on, Nick, you can do it.
Oh, man. I'm blanking right now. I'm so sorry.
It's the color of your hat. It's olive.
Oh.
Olive, the other reindeer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I should have known that.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Maybe it's your favorite Christmas humor. 866-348-7884. Seriously, though, these hymns.
Yeah, we're getting so close to Christmas now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we won't be singing them. So what are those hymns, those Christmas songs that you so love to sing, and why? Every year I looked forward as a kid, Christmas time, because we're going to be singing some of the most beautiful songs. And you're right, they get stuck in your head, your heart.
And so what was the one that you really wanted to sing? Come on, Dr. Carson.
Well, if we didn't sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing, something was wrong. I'm like, wait a minute, we've got to sing that song because it tells how God and man are reconciled. And being a sinner separated from God, reconciliation is one of the best words I ever learned had happened to me when I got saved. And then you're singing this great Christian hymn. And then, Oh, Come All You Faithful.
Now, wait a minute, before you get off Hark the Herald,
Okay, I got to stay on Hark.
Isn't that the one where you go, glow? No, wrong one.
That's
too much glory there. What? Here he goes. He's got it. He's got it right here.
No, I'm just looking at glory to the newborn King. peace on earth and mercy mild. God and sinners reconciled. And I read that. I'm singing that. I don't want to sing anymore. I just want to stay right there. This is what Christmas is all about. God sent his son from heaven, and we talked about this earlier in another conversation, how he left heaven's glory for earth's gutter. I mean, we're talking about coming from the best place to the worst place. Why did he do that? Because he could join man and God back together. We were aliens. We were enemies, and God reconciled us through Jesus Christ.
So I personally would love to hear your story. You know, like there's this hymn or this carol or this Christmas song that we would always sing in the car on the way to Grandma's. Or, you know, like me, maybe when you were a youngster, and this has impacted my life, I didn't have any idea that it would for the rest of my life, and it actually has greatly, is that when I was in actually the 5th grade the first time.
Did you get that, Nick, the first time?
It's true. We went to the First Congregational Church in Naperville, Illinois. That's a true story. And we went caroling as the youth choir, whatever they called us, the elementary school choir, at a nursing home. And for whatever reason, back then, you may not believe this, I had a soprano voice. And so, for whatever reason, they had decided to give me the solo in whatever song it was. I don't remember what song it was. I wish I could remember the song so I could tell you it was my favorite. But I don't remember what the song is. What I do remember is I'm singing, and this lady stands up in the back with such joy. This is what I'll never forget. She just was like, "Sing, choir boy, sing," and then I was. It did something to my heart that here I am, however many years ago that was. This is probably 1965. So it's
been a while.
I guess 50 years or more. However long it's been. I've never forgotten it. And for that very reason, I have always loved to go to nursing homes. Because the joy that's there, and just like when we went caroling this year, it's the same thing. So I not only want to hear your carol, if you got that, I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear your song, 866, and if you want to sing it, that's even better.
Even better.
866-348-7884, 866-348-7884. Sing, choir boy!
Truth Talk Live.
You're listening to the Truth Network and truthnetwork.com.
Truth Talk Live today is not the same unless you call with your favorite hymn, your favorite Christmas song. Maybe it's a carol. However it works, we would love for you to call us. 866-348-7884. 866-348-7884 is the number to call in and share. So we were out there caroling, Dr. Carson.
Yes, sir.
And we were singing Jingle Bells. I know you're not surprised. And I broke into the second chorus of Jingle Bells. And I looked out into my group of carolers, into the wonder in their eyes that they'd never heard the second verse of Jingle Bells. And then I spotted a young lady I knew was born and raised in New York. And I knew, because my mother sang this to me every time we ever sang Jingle Bells, and she also was from the state of New York, upstate New York. And I knew that she would know it, and she was the only one. And everybody was looking at us like, what are you doing? Because they'd only ever heard. So if you know the second verse to Jingle Bells, we would love for you to call 866-348-7884. As little kids, it tickled us no end. 866-348-7884 is a number to call in and share if you know the second verse to Jingle Bells.
Hey, if they know, I'll give them a Date the Word 2025 calendar.
There you go. And we'll throw in a Kingdom Pursuits book on top of that. Just if you happen to know that, 866-348-7884. I know,
I never knew there was a second stanza.
There is.
Well, then, someone needs to call in so I can find out what it is.
Somebody actually is. And we might get more. 866-348-7884. So my favorite Christmas song, it's kind of a challenge between three now. Because Jess Gambino did a new rendition of Joy to the World that we have played on the Christian Car Guy show several times. It's absolutely amazing. And I love Joy to the World because of many things, and wonders of his love.
Yeah.
And think how much you wonder about his love and all that Christmas represents, even though Joy to the World was talking about his second coming. But that's a biggie. And then I love Where Are You Christmas by, I think it's Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch.
Yes.
Where Are You Christmas? Oh, that doesn't your heart say that every year? I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
And then When Love Came Down at Christmas Time. I love that too. But we got Patty is in Indiana, and Patty, you're on Truth Talk Live.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And so, Patty, do you happen to know the second verse, or what's your favorite Christmas carol?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Not right off the top of my head, no.
That's okay. But what's your favorite Christmas song?
Really like. What Child Is This?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes, I love that.
And Mercy Me does a song called Joseph's Lullaby.
I've heard that too. Those are great.
And, well, none of those meant a thing to me until I became a parent.
Really?
And then, yes, and I mean, I've always heard them, you know, they're just Christmas songs. They were great, you know, about Jesus coming and all that. But then when I became a parent, I started thinking and trying to imagine what it would have been like to be them, to be Mary, to know that you're going to give birth to the Christ child. And then she pondered all of it in her heart. How did she keep that all in like that? And then to go and see him die on the cross. And every time I think about those, I cry. And then to hear Joseph's lullaby and his side of things, you know, could you, a child just this one night? It's just amazing. But like I said, when parenthood came along, that changed my perspective.
Doesn't it? I mean, that's a great perspective. And I can tell that you have a tender heart. And so tell us about your children.
Well, I have one, and he's now 38 years old with three children of his own.
So you have three grandchildren.
Yes, they're currently living with me while they're having a house built.
Oh, fun. This is going to be a fun Christmas. How old are they?
One's almost 5. The little girl is almost 5. The boy is 8. And then there's a 13-year-old girl, teenager.
Man, oh, man. Christmas morning. It's going to be exciting.
Yes, it is. Christmas Eve, a group of us from the church are going to take baskets to the first responders and people that have that day, that Christmas Eve night or Christmas Day.
And
so we're going to take baskets around to them.
Are you taking your grandkids with you?
No, they're going to some other family members.
Oh, okay.
And sharing, their Christmas Eve with them. And then I'll have Christmas morning with them, and then later in the day I'm going to go with my daughter-in-law's side of the family and share Christmas with them.
Well, I can see, Patty, that family is extremely central in your life, as it should be. That's just absolutely wonderful. I'm so glad you called in today. And so do you ever go caroling?
No, I used to be in the church choir for a while, but we haven't actually had one. Several years ago, we did a cantata with 5 area churches together, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully someday they'll do that again.
I'm telling you, just break out the old singing voice at whatever stage of life, and you become a kid again for whatever point in time. So it's
sure do. I agree with that. You sure do.
Pat, if I may just commend you and your church for taking blessing baskets to the first responders. My daughter's a first responder and working Christmas Eve. And I just appreciate the thought of your church doing things like that and showing the love of Christ. Thank you for doing that.
Yes. God bless you. Thank you so much for calling in today, Patty. You have a wonderful weekend, amazing Christmas with that wonderful family of yours.
Thank you very much, and the same to you guys, too.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
So we need your call. We need to know about your carols. We need to know if you know the second verse to Jingle Bells. 866-348. I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked that nobody called in to get the date, the word calendar.
At some point, I'm going to have to Google this.
866-34. You might be forced me to sing it. I could do it if you want me to, because I do love to sing. I really, it's a blast to sing that stuff. 866-348-7884. I don't know about you, Dr. Carson, but always for me and my family, when we went anywhere at Christmas time, my mother, we were singing in the car. I mean, whatever it was. I mean, all the classics, the Little Drummer Boy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All those favorites that, she was saying, do you hear what I hear?
Do you hear what I hear?
Right? It's just song after song that she would do, and from Have a Holly Jolly Christmas to whatever it may be. As soon as you got in the car, we were singing, and so if I sing whatever it is, like I got next to all the youth when we were singing in these carols, and I would grab them, start shaking them, when so that they would do it. So we got all sorts of people lined up. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to take their call anywhere. They're in a 904 area code. Oh, when we come back, we're going to get to their call in the 904 area code. And we need your call, 866-348-7884. With your carol, maybe you know the second verse to Jingle Bells. Would love to sing it with you. We'll be right back with a whole lot more Truth Talk Live.
Truth Talk Live.
You're listening to the Truth Network and truthnetwork.com.
Merry Christmas from Truth Talk Live. Today we're talking about your favorite Christmas music, whatever that may be, a carol, it may be a hymn, it may be a song. 866, we would love to know what you think. We might even love to know, we still do, what the second verse is to Jingle Bells. 866-348-7884 is the number to call in and share. 866-348-7884. We got Jacqueline is in Springfield, Ohio. Jacqueline, you're on Truth Talk Live.
Hi there.
It's so great to have you call in. So what do you have for us?
The second verse, second verse of the song that you want to hear, Jingle Bells.
Are you willing to sing it?
Sure.
All right. Is it all right if I sing along with you if you're saying the same one I'm thinking?
Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun
it
is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey,
hey, jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride
in a
one-horse open sleigh.
Dashing through the snow
with a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing
all the way.
Ha ha ha. Bells on bobtail ring,
making spirits bright.
What fun it is to light and sing.
I forget that part tonight.
Our sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells,
yes,
jingle bells. All right.
Jingle
way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Are you ready for the second verse now?
Yes, is it dashing through the snow, the second part?
That was the first. That's still the first one.
The first part?
Oh, but you did great. It was good singing. It really was.
Thank you. Okay, I'm confused.
We're still sending you the calendar, though. By all means, you're a winner.
Yes.
You had the courage to do that, and so because the next caller, Pamela, we might just have her join us. While you stay with me, Jacqueline, okay? And we got Pamela is in Jacksonville, Florida. Pamela, you're on Truth Talk Live.
Hi.
Hi. So, did you call in about the second verse, or did you have a song?
Well, I know the second and the third verse.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready to sing them with me?
Sure can.
All right. So here we go on the second one. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon my Fanny Bright was seated
by my side.
The horse was lean and lame. Good.
Wait.
Seemed his what? He got a foot bank and then we got a spot. Hey, jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is. Join in, Jacqueline. And the third verse. Lay it on us, Pamela.
Yeah. It's a day or two ago. The story I must tell. I went on the snow and on my back I fell. Oh, I can't remember it. A grape was riding by in one horse open sleigh. He laughed as there I spun, lied but quickly drove away.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. How wonderful. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Now there is a fourth stanza.
Oh, wait a minute. Dr. Carson knows the fourth one.
But I don't know it very well. I only know how it starts.
Now the ground is white.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. Carson.
Go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing the sleighing song. Just get a bobtail bay, 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh and crack. You'll take the lead.
If his speed is 240, I'm just saying.
That's pretty fast.
I have no idea what that means in horse talk, but 240 to me would definitely, he could win a NASCAR race with that one. Well, Jacqueline and Pamela, how fun was this?
That was great.
It was. Thank you both. We have Date the Word calendars coming your way, so Nick's going to get your addresses and we'll get that going. You guys, thank you so much for calling in and sharing today on Truth. Happy holidays to you. Have a great weekend. All right, 866-348-7884, 866-348-7884. You may have another rendition that, we need to know, or, what's your favorite hymn, your favorite carol, your favorite Christmas song, something that brings the season, back to life for you to where you can feel like a kid, I can just tell you that my granddaughter, who is now 5 months old, she might be 6 months. I might be in trouble. But anyway, when she looks at me, she just starts crying, Dr. Carson. But what I discovered is if I sing Rudolph,
she'll start
smiling, start jumping up and down and bouncing. And it's amazing what a good song will do.
That's right.
And I got to admit, I sang Rudolph to all of them. Every one of my grandkids, every one of my kids, the
world that we live in now is so wonderful. My grandson knows how to say, Alexa, play this for me. And he doesn't have to wait. I had to wait for the song to come on the radio that I wanted to hear, or wait to see if they were going to sing the song in church. He just says, Alexa, play for me, and there's the Christmas song. And he likes to hear White Christmas. He loves that song.
How old is he?
6.
6.
And he loves I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
But
he lives in Pennsylvania, too, where he can get one.
And is getting one as we speak.
Yes, they're getting snow right now.
And so, for those of us who went to Calvary for years and years and years, and by the way, I thought for sure somebody would call in, but I know that we're not in Winston-Salem anymore. The show plays at the beginning and then it goes to other markets. But our Pastor Quartz, who went to be with the Lord a number of years ago, but it really is one, it may be my favorite Christmas hymn, really is. Oh, Holy Night.
Oh, Holy Night.
And when he sang it, because he was such a holy man, I don't know how to put it. You know, it was like he was the pastor of this amazing church, but he had a relationship with Jesus unlike probably most people I've ever met. He may have been, you know, he's just a saint. He absolutely
walked with God, and
he
God walked with him.
Right. And so when he would sing that, it was holy. And he would sing it, you know, when we did our candlelight, you know, feast every, you know, Christmas Eve or whenever they scheduled it, he would sing "Oh Holy Night." And when he did that, you did want to fall on your knees.
Yeah.
And it made a memory that, and somebody had it on Facebook. I saw it not long ago. But maybe you had a pastor that did something like that, or something that just impacted you. And as the lady said a minute ago, you know, she had lots of Christmases prior to being a parent, and things changed. For me, I had lots of Christmases prior to being a Christian, and things radically changed. That old Holy Night would not have meant nothing.
Meant anything.
Right?
Before you're saved, but after you're saved. At Thomas Road Baptist Church, they started doing the living Christmas tree. And every year, Kendra Cook, her last name's now Penn, but Kendra Cook would sing "Oh Holy Night." And you look forward to it. And I heard one time as they were putting all the plans together, they had decided to leave it out. Well, we found out what Dr. Jerry Falwell, what his favorite Christmas song was, and it was "Oh Holy Night." And he immediately, he had the, if you will, the veto power. And he said, "Oh Holy Night is a part of the program. Now put it back in." And there's something about that song, and you're bringing, at that time they would bring the wise men in, and as fall on your knees, and those wise men would fall before Jesus in worship, and I almost get chill bumps just thinking about it.
Right.
What a great hymn! Yes, that's a hymn I want to hear sung during the Christmas season.
Yeah, and you know, even the Noel verses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's one of those that it takes a voice I don't have, but nonetheless, I love to hear it, and I think that it brings us close to that whole love of God that is beyond anything we can really think about, which is beyond holy, right?
Just something about music at Christmas. Hey, we need some calls.
866-348-7884. Load us up. We need some more ammunition. I know everybody wants to share in your memory. We want to share in it. It's just not the same without your calls. So call us, 866-348-7884.
Truth Talk Live.
You're listening to the Truth Network and truthnetwork.com.
A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and we got upside. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun has been on Truth Talk Live today. 866-348-7884. What's your favorite Christmas carol, Christmas song? You know, can you imagine decorating your Christmas tree without a little Christmas music? You know,
and that's why you don't start Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, Robby, because you don't decorate the Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. Uh-oh, I've created controversy.
Yeah, how exactly does all that work? 866-348-7884. We got Mike and Tammy are in Dayton, Ohio. Mike and Tammy, you are on Truth Talk Live.
How you doing? This is Mike, and Tammy's next to me, and I'll tell you, I shouldn't speak for Tammy. I learned that lesson a long time ago, but her favorite one was Mary, Did You Know?
Yes.
Yeah, she loves that one, and she sings it all the time. But she says, "I am not singing it on the radio." So don't even ask.
Well, Mike, that leads us to what is your favorite song?
Oh, mine is Little Drummer Boy.
All right, let's go
that.
for it.
Oh, I'm not doing
they
it. They
told me. Say it with me. Pa rumpa pum pum. Come on, it's fun. Pa rumpa pum. The ox and lamb kept time. Come on now, Mike.
For rumpa pum pum.
I knew you could do it. Come on, Dr. Carson.
No.
Pa rumpa pum pum.
No,
Rumpa pum pum.
Yeah, my grandson can do it. He loves doing that part.
So,
yeah, I can do that part.
To honor him.
Rumpa bum bum.
On my drum. There you go. How
On
fun is
my
that?
drum.
Come on, it's got to bring out the kid in you. We would love for you to do that. Mike and Tammy, I am so grateful. You guys having a good Christmas weekend, I hope?
Oh, yes. We're meeting at my brother's house, and we can't wait. We're doing gifts and food, and we're having a lot of family over and this Saturday, tomorrow, and we're giving gifts.
It won't be the same if Tammy doesn't sing Mary Did You Know, just saying.
Oh, well, she don't know the words she says.
I'll help her out. Mary, did you know?
He was a good singer, though.
This baby boy, right? We knew this coming.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for calling in. We love you.
You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, you do. God bless.
Merry Christmas.
We do have Holly is in Virginia who has a wonderful, she's got a Christmas name. Holly, you're on True Talk Live.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm excited to hear what you have for us.
Yes, in 1992, in my high school graduation year, we did Christmas chorus in high school, and we did a compilation. So I thought I'd share that one with you because my kids are sick of it already.
Oh, good. We want to hear the compilation.
Yeah, so some parts of it you probably know. But it starts off everybody saying, ding, dong, ding, dong. This is the time of the year. The chimes and the bells are ringing, telling each of us Christmas is here. A time for joy, a time for, this from back in the day, singing. Let's have an old-fashioned Christmas, dress up an old-fashioned tree. Let's make the spirit of old lang syne the same as it used to be. Hearts will be light as a feather after some old-fashioned cheer. So let's all be good fellows together. Let's have an old-fashioned Christmas this year. So haul out the holly.
Yes.
Put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stockings. I may be rushing things, but there's a halt again now.
Because we need a little Christmas right this very minute.
Candles in the windows, carolers at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas now. So, Mr. Santa.
That, Holly, you are appropriately named.
And my birthday is December the 10th, so we ready.
You got to have a holly jolly Christmas, Miss Holly.
Your kids should be so thrilled that they have a mom who still
and they're sick of Santa Claus
is a kid, right? That was a childlike spirit, right? Isn't that what that is? And I just think that you are having a blast, and I had a blast with you. I really did.
And my favorite song is that Mary Did You Know? Oh my goodness, you were just talking about.
Oh, I love that
What you said, did you know when you kiss the baby, you're kissing the face of God? Oh my gosh, it made me cry.
It does it, doesn't it?
Good.
Yeah, when you hear Mark Lowry, I'll never forget the first time I actually saw him in a concert at the Dixie Classic Fair here in Winston-Salem.
Oh, wow.
And when he originally came out with that, I guess, and when he my jaw just dropped to the floor, and I, like you, I'm crying. Like when he said, "Do you know you kissed the face of God?" Like what?
God. Goodness gracious!
Hit me between the eyes with that one.
You want to kiss anything else?
Isn't that amazing how God gives us things like that to celebrate this amazing, amazing holiday?
Yep, praise God.
Where love came down. There's no doubt. Holly, this is that is a compilation. That is probably, I'd have to say, honestly, Dr. Carson, that is the greatest compilation I have ever heard.
It is. I've never heard one like it.
Christmas.
30 years ago, and I'm still, oh, goodness.
Well, thank you, Holly. You have an amazing Christmas, and tell your children Merry Christmas from all of us here at the Truth Network.
Love the Truth Network. Keep up the good work. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you, Holly. God bless. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness, that made my whole show. Like, man, isn't it fun?
Well, music makes memories, doesn't it? Music makes memories, and Mary sang herself.
She sang them right.
As she and Elizabeth were together, she breaks out into this song, and you often wonder what would that have sounded like to be able to hear her sing.
Well, that leads to a gigantic theological question I have. Just finally have a chance to ask you. Do you think in heaven we're going to have instant replay? Like, I want to see that. I want to experience that.
Well, I don't know if I can give you any biblical proof that it is. I just hope it is. Yeah. I want those moments. I want to go and really see what it was like for Daniel.
Oh my goodness.
In the lion's den. And look at his face and how his face had to be fixed on God. And just, okay, I'm trusting you. And
or Esther, when she has to hold out, he has to hold out the scepter. That moment,
yes.
You can only have that moment. Yeah. Or Moses going before Pharaoh for the first time. What did I get myself into?
Yes. And then you think about, again, the Christmas, as people have tried to put into song for us. And here's these shepherds who are out there on the fields.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the dark. We don't think so much about dark because we're always around some kind of light. But growing up on a farm, I know what it's like when the sun goes down. Growing up, we didn't have any outside lights. So to be outside, that pitch dark, and all of a sudden here's angels. No wonder they had
a multitude.
Yeah, and they had to say, "Fear not." No wonder they had to say, "Fear not," because I'd be scared to death. All of a sudden, we think about drones in the sky. No, we got angels in the sky, and they're proclaiming, "We've got good news for you." I love to see that scene played out in heaven.
There are so many, right? Yeah. There's just so many. 866. We got enough time for one more. If you can get in here, 1-866-348-7884, 866-348-7884. You got that song, you got that memory, whatever that may look like. But I'm with you, Dr. Carson. I'm hoping for instant replay. And actually, one of the things I would like to see is the moment that Eve grabs this apple. Like, what are you thinking?
Now, was it an apple?
Or, excuse me, a fruit.
The fruit.
Of the tree of good and evil, whatever that may look like. Or Noah in the boat, what was that like?
To watch him building
something
that everybody's going, "What are you building?" And I built things that people, "What are you building?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure." I just know I'm building something. Noah was building something by faith. Right. God told him, "Build this, and it's going to rain." What's that? Just get the boat built.
I want to see Peter walk on the water, but I think lately this season I've been thinking more about the prostitute that came into the Pharisee's house, went down on the floor, and got to kiss Jesus.
Yeah.
From the only place I can see in the scripture somebody got to kiss Jesus in a holy way.
Yes, other than Judas, with that horrible kiss.
She got to do that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to see? And Jesus It's like, look at this. This woman has her priorities straight. She's got faith. What kind of faith does it take to walk into the pastor's house when you're a prostitute? You know, what kind of priorities does it really have? It's an amazing thing. Well, thank you. We had so much fun today. I hope you did. As you go out and sing those songs this weekend. And remember, 3 shopping days left. We'll be back with more Truth Talk Live.
Another program powered by the Truth Network.